Hey everybody, it's Becca J. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a plant mess and then an even bigger mess that we're probably gonna make. And I gotta do it in my bedroom now because my hubby got tired of the dirt in the living room. So we're just gonna put dirt in the bedroom. Like, it's messy and I'm not going outside. It's 115 degrees. Well, almost. Let's see. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 70 degrees. Have a good one.
She's so nice. Yeah, I made my Alexa Australian just so she could talk sexy to me. I don't know. Okay, so it's only 93, but still, it gets up to 115. It gets hot, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. So I got a plant, my first philodendron ever. I was like, cool, okay. Googled it, looked up photos. Everybody had it outside because it gets massive, right? And I was like, oh, cool. I'll have a cool big outside plant because we got just dead grass and dirt, right? Because we are in the desert. Nothing, yeah. Anyway, stuck it outside, forgot about it. Okay, it's rained like twice this year in 2020, and we're already in August, so it got really neglected. It got hot. Alexa, what's the UV today?
Right now, there's a very high risk from UV exposure with a UV index of 10.
Okay, 10's not bad. Sometimes we get up higher. But still, okay, that's where it is. And that's where the plant was outside. And then I started collecting more plants and lots of aroids. And so, you know, I started getting more and more philodendrons. And I was like, wait, I'm putting all my philodendrons inside and I'm obsessing about their UV and their lighting and their watering. And I was like, I got this other one outside that's just dying, like burning. So the best part about making a mistake is to learn from it. And that's what I want to do today. Wait till you see this thing. You're going to be upset. But you know what? I get tired of watching YouTube videos and everybody showing their perfect little plant. They're like, look, it's so easy. And I'm like, no. What? No. So I'm not ashamed. Well, maybe a little bit ashamed, but I'm not afraid to show you my boo-boos and the journey to recovery. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to show you this. Sorry. Okay. And it's not as bad as it was. I actually brought it into the house like 3 days ago because I wanted to do this video and I wanted it to acclimate to the indoor weather before I traumatized it even further and uprooted it and repotted it because I'm sure there's no more nutrients left in this soil. And it's got a new little leaf that's trying to poke up. So it's happier inside, but it's still a hot mess. Literally hot. It's hot. It's a hot mess. A burnt, crispy mess. It is a monster philodendron. I have to look up. I thought for sure I had gotten this from Hertz and it was a monster philodendron giganteum or whatever it is. It's huge. They're massive. And I was like, I'll just get a new one. Okay, 50 bucks online now. Nope. I think I got it for very cheap. So we're gonna rescue it. And here she is. It's so dry I can't even get the stake back in it. Look. But we have a new little thing right here. And baby's here. Yes. Look. But it is so bad. Look what I have done. So yeah, I brought it inside 3 days ago. Put it in quarantine because it has been outside on my front porch. No idea if it's got bugs or whatever. And I'm glad I did because the little thing that I keep under here, right here, its tray or whatever, was full of these little worm looking things. That's pretty gross. I don't want that in the house. I don't know what they are. It's gross. So we're gonna clean this up. I'm not sure that this will be right. If not, I have another pot on hand. But we're gonna repot, learn, and then like maybe in a year's time at next growing season, we can see the difference, because this thing, I mean, it is fighting. Look at that. And all that nasty, there's new stuff trying to come out. I really thought it was dead, but it's, you know, this was like barely hanging on. May still lose it. I don't know. I don't know. But it does have, like I said, new growth here. Here's a brand new little baby. So it's trying. And if it's gonna try, then I'm gonna try. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like in a year. And it's not going back outside. Yeah, it's just too hot. The UV's too high. It's not acclimated to that. I mean, it just died, and neglect. But there's just, even in the shade. Okay, so this is often called monster philodendron, giganteum. Its botanical name is Philodendron giganteum, but it is not Monstera philodendron. Okay, it's monster because it gets big. It's one of the largest climbing philodendrons. Their leaves can get 4 to 5 feet big. I mean, this is just the baby. And I'm sure it would be doing much better if I took better care of it, which I will be doing. So, philodendron giganteum. They do like to climb. Can't find my scissors. Does like to climb, but you can keep it bushy if you trim it back, you know, once or twice a year. Ugh, I don't know where to even start. Alright, I'm just gonna yank it out. Let's see what we get. You'd think it would be dry, that I could just take it out. We did get rain. Oh. There we go. You know what? Since I saw bugs in the water catch, I think I'm actually going to put some gloves on. I'll be right back. So while I do that. So, philodendrons are aroids. Part of the, I believe it's pronounced Araceae. I don't know how to pronounce it. Species, but they're going to get the same mix that I make for all my aroids, all my philodendrons, my alocasias, my, what else do I got? Chinese evergreens. It's chunky. I use, let's see if I can remember, reptile bark, because I can't find orchid bark in my small town, and reptile bark is almost similar in pH. It's good enough. It's fine. No harm. The coconut coir, whatever. I do use a soil, but that is the cactus and succulent and citrus pre-mixed stuff in a bag, and it's got chunks in it too. Horticulture charcoal, not perlite, but the vermiculite, and then I also sprinkle in some worm poo. So this is what it looks like. It's nice and and chunky. So it's can retain moisture. Not long term. It won't retain it long term, but it allows moisture to pass. I mean, it retains the moisture, but allows the water to pass through without drowning the plant. Because things like colocasias, they prefer a boggy condition. These like airy, light, fast draining. They don't want wet feet basically for very long. Okay, because I don't know what's in here. Okay. I don't see anything in the pot, but I'm still going to send it to the sanitation station, which is basically my kitchen sink. Okay, my legs. I just keep pushing you further back, hoping that you can see better. I don't know. Do you really need to see my face? We're not here for my face. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and release all this soil and see what we are left with. And it's coming out pretty well. Looks like it had chunks in it. So the people who did package this up knew exactly what to do. I hate that when you get a plant from a nursery and it's in just general all-purpose potting soil and the plant does not want that. So always double check what your plant wants soil-wise, so that as soon as it acclimates or something, you can clean it up and take care of it and put it in the right conditions. Because a lot of people, they get their plant and then like a couple weeks later, it's dead because it's drowned, and it's because it came in the wrong soil from wherever it got bought from. Okay, roots aren't bad. Has a nice little system here. It's hard for me to see the actual conditions of all of it, but that's okay. Now we're gonna start cutting off these pieces. So I'm thinking this initial pot I wanted to use is actually gonna be too small. It needs a bit more room. I'm gonna go ahead and get my backup pots. Alright, so I think this will be better. I had just washed it anyway, but that looks like it'll allow it to form new roots. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start working on getting rid of some of this just dead nasty stuff here. Just kind of, ooh, I was pulling on a root. So this philodendron is like any other philodendron. It wants, oh, that's sad. It wants light, but not too much. Like my situation, it wants light, but not UV. Let's see. I actually know my information. I'm just traumatized here. So yeah, it wants light, but you know, like in my situation, don't put it outside or right smashed up in the window, and don't put it in a closet. It just, you'll find what works best for you in your conditions. Like I said, even our UV is high in my town. So my house has older windows. I don't put too much like right up in the window just because of that. It'll burn. It'll fry. See, watering, basically it's the same. Water when dry. Don't drown them. You know, fertilize, same thing, once a month. Did you know urine is a really good fertilizer? That's right. Your pee. If you if you go potty in a container, okay, no poo-poos, just pee-pees, and you get a cup of that, and you mix it with 10 cups of water, you can even ratio it down to like 50 to 1, and it would still be effective. 20 to 1 is better, but 10 to 1 is nice and good without burning your plants. Anything less than 10-to-1 is not recommended due to burn. But I mean, your urine is sterile when it comes out. I know I'm talking all crazy, but seriously, instead of all these chemical, my pimple's really showing up, chemical fertilizers, you don't have to tell anybody. Just try a little urine in the water and see what happens. Just once a month though. Okay, so this is now what we have. I think it'll be good enough. I'm afraid to take off too much because this might separate. I don't want it separate right now. I want just one plant. So there we go. I have perlite stuck to my fat arms, and that's what we've got. Lots of potential. Okay. So, we got all that taken care of. We talked about soil and lighting, watering. I mean, just water when it's dry. If it gets kind of sad and droopy, you better hurry up. Just stick your finger in there, use a moisture meter. I don't like moisture meters because with the chunkiness of my soil, the meter could actually hit an air pocket in there and tell you wrong information. So I don't do moisture meters. I lift the pot. If it's light, I water. That's just how it is. Okay. So, regular old, this is what we all do. We take soil from one container and put it in the other. Okay. And then I'm trying to form a well, but when it's chunky like this, it just all falls back down and you can't get a good well. So then you just gonna stuff it as best as you can. Okay, I need more. More. Give me more. Okay, so we are now up to here. It's getting pretty close. I'm trying to do that well. And my soil is moist enough that it might actually allow me to do the well today. Usually I can't. I'm just like stuffing stuff in there. I wonder if it would fit in here. I don't know, because I feel like this is too small, but this is too big. I don't know what to do now. I need an in-betweeny. But these ones actually want extra space for the roots to get bigger so that the leaves and the stems and everything can get bigger. Whenever you get a plant, even though it's part of a family, you know, aroids, whatever, you need to research that specific plant to see what it needs for it individually. Because, oh yeah, it's a philodendron, but it's not quite like all philodendrons when it comes to the pot size. It wants it bigger, but I'm kind of concerned that this is too big. I mean, I feel like it's too big and I can't get it to sit in there right. I'm gonna work it out. I will work it out. Does that make sense? I mean, if it's doing badly after a while, I'll repot it. But it was in a pretty considerably, not much bigger than this, but shallower. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on this and see where I get, because I can't make up my mind. I'm a girl, okay? I don't know what I want yet. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with this and then keep an eye on it. I may need more mix. Because if it doesn't do too well, I'm sure it's gonna go into shock, because it's used to being treated so badly. But I don't know. If it doesn't do well, I don't know. Maybe I'll move it down. I don't think it needs to downsize, but I do need more mix. Hold on. I am a sweat monkey. Oh, and it's dry. I forgot to wet it. Oh. I'll just water it after it settles a bit, because I need to put mosquito bits on the top too. I don't trust that. That looks weird. I don't understand why there's root looking things in my mix. Oh, I wonder if that's sequoia. I bet it is. But it's weird. I don't know. We'll find out if other things start growing in there. Now I'm just kind of trying to gently pack it all around to help keep the support in place. The roots are good. I tamped it down really good, but I still want to make sure that it can be supported. Okay, I think that's it. Boom. Actually looks better. Oh, and then there's another baby right here. Right. Coming in on this leaf right here. How cute. So cute. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I am going to put the mosquito bits on it and water it, because I'm sure it's going to go into a little bit of shock because I messed with it, and it's actually getting the care it needs now. So, okay, we'll do an update.